Alrighty, listeners. Today we're here with another episode of a Sex Talk. I have a pretty long-time friend of mine, Malachi, with me today, and I'm gonna go ahead and let him introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Malachi. I'm about 24 now. And
You're forgetting you're older than I am.
Yes, I am actually, and we've known each other since I was 18.
That doesn't add up.
Yeah.
Because I didn't meet you till I was at least 18.
Oh, 19 then.
There
sorry.
we go. I was like, what are you talking about?
I don't know my own age. What are you talking about? I am a trans guy. And that can make life pretty interesting in the sex world, I would assume.
I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm having the topic, the conversation.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm definitely AMAB. I have no idea your experiences.
Oh, it's weird.
Well, I mean, like, I have an idea because I've known you for so long, but, like, I haven't lived your experiences.
Right.
But to get into it, as you guys are all aware, I'm going to ask the same question as I do every time. What's the wildest thing you've ever done?
I don't do wild shit, really. I try not to be vanilla, but I can tell you an epic fail I had one time.
That'll work.
Okay, cool. So, it was this girl that I met off of Tinder, and we went and had some drinks, and I invited her back over to my place. Honestly, I was just wanting to just sit and chill. She had other things planned.
Uh-huh.
And so she decided to do reverse cowgirl over onto me, and this girl, she decides to fall right onto my face, and I just had a freshly pierced eyebrow.
Oh, no.
Oh, it was bad. It got infected, and we never spoke to each other ever again. She was like, can I do anything? I was like, no, just please leave me.
I've definitely got my lip piercing stuck in other girls' lip piercings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that's always awkward because you're making out, you're like, pulling,
Like,
hold up.
Stop.
Go back in for the kiss. Okay,
right,
good.
Cool.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're the first person, you're the first trans person that I've had on this podcast, so that'll be fun to dig into a little bit.
Yeah.
And, like, I've known you since before you started transitioning.
You have.
I know you in the pre-days.
How does it feel?
It's interesting because, like, I was definitely super into you, and I definitely tried getting with you back when you were a woman, and I would still be open to getting with you as a man, but it's just, like, I'm not, like, chasing it as much.
Right.
It's weird because, like, for me, like, sexually, I just need the vagina. I know that sounds really douchey, but, like, it makes, like, to me, like, and I've heard from a lot of people that it's transphobic, but, like, I have a genital preference, but from what I understand, a lot of the people who are saying that that's transphobic only hear it from people who use a genital preference to denounce the fact that you are a man.
Right.
In a sense, so, like, a lot of, like, you know, those super straights or whatever the fuck that shit is.
Oh, God.
Yeah, a lot of those people are like, I need them to have a vagina and identify as a woman. I'm like, no, I just need them to have a vagina. There are some hot-ass men with vaginas I follow on Tinder, or not Tinder, Twitter, that I'm just like, I would kill to sleep with.
Right. I don't think that's transphobic at all.
That's my opinion.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
that's
think that's transphobic.
But, like, I had one friend, like, refuse to talk to me after I said that, and I'm like,
that's our problem.
Okay, cool, yeah. Well, because, like, also it was she was a trans female, and I think that she thought that I was, what's the word?
Not into her because...
Devaluing her because she has a penis.
Okay, got you.
And, like, I know it's a little weird to, like, really just care about what people have underneath their pants.
I mean, people have preferences. That's,
yeah,
you know.
I'm also a whore. Like, that's 70% of my lifestyle is having sex. I don't know what else. But, so, one of my biggest questions is, so, back when I first met you, did you know that you were trans, or was it something you were kind of just discovering, or?
I think whenever I was dating this one girl, I think I kind of knew, and I tried to fuck with pronouns, and it kind of just, it didn't really stick, mostly just because of my environment. So I think deep down I kind of knew, and then I just had a traumatic event, and I just it kind of just hit me, and I stopped saying fuck it, and it's just.
Is it the traumatic event I know about?
Probably. Yeah, after
you don't
that,
have to talk about it if you don't
right
want to.
after that happened, I think I kind of really set myself back and thought about myself a lot, and then I just started changing things about me, and things were just working for me, and now here I am.
Because it's really interesting and kind of weird to me in like a good way, because I knew you back when you were a girl, but now it's hard for me to imagine you as a woman. It's they're two completely separate identities.
Different timelines.
Yeah, it's completely split off. So now it feels weird. It's the same with Liam. One, I never knew Liam as a woman,
right?
So that's even less hard for me. But it's just I can't imagine calling you a woman on accident at this point, or intentionally, outside of a gay club vibe situation.
I don't think you ever had an issue with it either. You were oh, okay, and I don't think you ever caught yourself or corrected yourself.
I have had. I'm not gonna lie. I have had a problem with a couple of people, but that's because I knew them for so long before they started, and then one of them was an ex-girlfriend, and that one I'm still not totally okay or cool with.
And it happens.
That one's rough.
It happens.
But the other one, I don't know. It's kind of douchey, but I have a lot easier of a time not respecting, but just remembering female to male transitioning than I do male to female, just because I feel like the characteristics disappear a lot quicker for female to male of their old life than it does for male to female.
I could probably see that, yeah, but I'm not
just because
female.
Yeah, well, because testosterone,
it does act quick.
Is an extremely powerful hormone, and it just takes over fucking quickly.
It definitely does.
But I put effort into it. Yeah. I'm not trying to disrespect people.
As long as you respect.
As long as they're not trying to disrespect me. If you're trying to disrespect me, all fucking game's on. I don't give a shit who the fuck you are.
It's all about respect. Don't disrespect.
Yeah. But I don't know, I'm gonna open it up to you real quickly and see if there's anything you're curious about, because you can ask me questions about myself, or if you just have topics in general in the world that we want to kind of delve into. One, I know a lot about shit because I am a whore. Two, we have the internet and we can kind of just look it up and go from there.
Oh, cool.
But
all right. Let's see. So yeah, you have a preference of genitalia, and you were open about there's certain guys out there that you would be interested in. Has there been guys of my persuasion that you've been with, and how was that experience?
No, it's so well. Okay, so first of all, I don't meet a whole lot of people outside of C4 anymore because of the parallelogram.
Right.
And for those who are listening at a hopefully later date, the pandemic. But you can't find female to male trans people on Tinder because I have it set searching for women.
Okay.
And I don't want to have to deal with the gay side of the cis gay side of Tinder, so I don't have it set to looking for men.
Try Tammy.
I don't know what that is.
Tammy is a different type of website. It's a very more open queer. It will bring you men, women, a lot of transgender men.
I have to look into it because I'm tired of using Bumble.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
But also I haven't slept with a male to female trans person, but I did get pretty sexual with one, and then it got really awkward.
Oh. Okay. Well,
well, in terms of I'm gonna just get into the story.
Go ahead.
I'm not ashamed, or I don't feel bad about the situation. It just got really awkward really fast. So to preface it, I had no fucking clue the entire time up until the moment where I was taking their pants off that they were trans.
Okay.
I had matched with them on Tinder, and their bio was completely normal. They had solid boobs and a nice butt, and the only off thing was that they were 6'2", and I'm I'm into tall girls. Fuck it. I found one. Let's go. They're art bitch. Right. They're weird already. It's whatever.
Right.
So I go to meet up with her at the, we went for like a Sonic date and then thrift shopping. And she had a semi-deeper voice, but not anything that would like really throw me off. Mm-hmm. It was more so the thing that really my dumbass saw that she's from England. Like, so she's not native to America, and I was like, oh, it's just her accent.
Just her accent.
I was like, oh, it's just a British thing. Maybe she's Welsh and has a fucking shitty accent to begin with. Because I'm not gonna lie, I hate a Welsh accent. They're so gross.
I don't even know what those sound like. So
be happy. Okay. They're disgusting. I don't have any Welsh people following me on this, so I don't have to care.
Okay, cool. Good.
But I thought it was just a rough accent. And she went to Bentonville High School. So that'll come up in a second. But like we went through the date and that was all fine. And then like we went on another date, and then that was the one where I brought her back to my place to watch a movie, and we started making out and whatnot, and we got into it. And I took her shirt off, and like, good tits, solid tits. Same thing, clear. I've seen worse on AFAB. And they, I was like, damn, okay. But then we got to the point to where like, I wanted to go take off her pants, and she stops me, and she's like, hey, so I'm trans. Or no. She said, did you read my profile? Oh, okay. And my brain's just like, that's not what you want to hear when you're about to take someone's pants off. Because my brain was like, oh, this bitch got herpes. God damn it. And like, back then that would have been a problem. Now I'm fine with it because I understand how that works and it's really not that big of a risk. Okay. But I straight up, like, while she was sitting on top of me, pull out my fucking phone, go to her profile on Tinder, reading it, and I read it because I read through it and nothing seemed off. And like, it's like Bentonville Tigers, fucking rainbow heart emojis and whatnot. I'm like, okay, art hoe or something, or she was going to like the Chicago Institute of Art or something like that. I don't remember. Okay. And some other things along those lines. And at the very bottom, it just has a capital T. And my brain, like, I read through it, and I thought that was just for Bentonville Tigers. Oh. I thought that was just like a stupid little like Bentonville Tigers thing. And she's like, no, I'm trans. And I'm like, oh, that's what the T means. I'm like,
I thought that would be a typo, honestly, if I looked at that profile.
See? Exactly. And so, like, I wasn't upset. I was just like, fuck, I can't have sex. But then we continued cuddling and watching the movie. Like, I wasn't going to kick her out because, one, I was her ride home. Right. Two, like, I'm not that type of person to like just kick someone out. Well, no, I did kick one person out, but that's because she asked me to close fist punch her in the face during sex, and I was like, I can't do that. This has ruined the moment. I'm sorry. Bye. But she, like, we finished the movie, and then she sucked my dick, and then that was the thing. No. And like I felt bad because like she still went through all the way with it, and I didn't reciprocate, and I was like, I'm kind of a dick, but I'm just like, I can't. That was a lot. Yeah. So then I drove her home, dropped her off, and then never talked to her again. Oh. I was like, that was a lot to learn. And
she didn't try to contact you after that either?
Well, she would come to C4 every once in a while and make like side glances at me, and I'm like, whatever.
Well, hey, everybody's got their preferences and stuff.
I'm like you really should have
made that a really big thing.
It doesn't have to be a big thing, but it's something more than just a capital T.
I mean, true.
Because there are a lot of people on Tinder or Bumble and whatnot that'll put like trans person or something like that, and that's fine. Because like, and I get that it's a scary world because, you know, there's fucking assholes and you're in the South, and it's significantly more dangerous of a lifestyle, or not lifestyle, but like, you know what I mean. Life to live being trans than it is for a cis person. And like, I get that, but also I'm one of those people that firmly believes that if someone else is making a problem, they're making the problem. You didn't do anything wrong, and you have every right to fucking, like, either, like, reparations or, like, you know, to fuck their shit up.
Right. Yeah.
In different terms of the word.
I think it's more dangerous for the fact that she didn't really make it like clear before.
Exactly.
This. Because if it wasn't you and if it was somebody else, she could have gotten beaten up real quick.
Oh, no. Even worse. It's legal to kill somebody if trans guilt is a real thing.
Trans guilt. So
in Arkansas, in a couple of other states, because it's 2021, we're progressive.
Wow.
It is, quote unquote, legal to murder someone because you didn't realize they were trans after having sex with them.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
Didn't know that about Arkansas. Way to go. Good for us. Yes.
And I don't know of any like recent situations where this has happened, but like killing's a little extreme. Like you still murdered somebody,
right?
But like it would be a lesser sentence, which sucks. But like in terms of beating the shit out of somebody, like
it's almost like self-defense.
Yeah, it's a self-defense thing. Because your honor or dignity or something like that. And I'm like, come on, you're just a closeted homosexual who just got pissed that, because like the thing is it's after you had sex with somebody,
right?
So they got dick down,
right?
Like I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're like. You're just a gay little boy who got pissed that someone else found out that you're homosexual,
right?
Or that you slept with someone with a penis,
and now your sexuality is fucked.
Yeah,
and you're confused.
Yeah, so like. That's a fucked up situation, and I get that, and that's why I was all like, I agree with you in that terms. It's like it's way, in my opinion, it's way safer to come out on the Tinder bio because then hopefully the worst thing someone's gonna do is either swipe left, block you, or match with you and call you something mean, and like. It's not great.
Be like, you cute, but you're not my type, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Oh no, I've totally met people that would like match with someone, read their bio, see that they're trans, be like, oh fuck that, you're a disgrace to God or something like that, like really rude. And I'm like, I get that that's fucked up, but I would still rather have to read that than to get my shit kicked in.
Right. Right. Wow, that's quite a story there, Kathy. Jesus. Well, I mean, hopefully things aren't...
with as many people as I have, we have some stories.
Hopefully things won't be too awkward every time you see that person again.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they moved to Chicago.
Okay.
I've not seen them in a year and a half.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. Hopefully they realized tea was not enough on their bio.
Especially in Chicago. That would be a rough place.
Yeah.
But
do you got any questions for me?
I did, but then you asked that question and I forgot.
I'm so sorry.
Well, so when it comes to like your sexuality, what do you identify as? Like, because you identify as a man,
right? Sexuality, gender identity, and sexuality are two different things.
Yeah.
So my sexual orientation technically would actually be pansexual. I've realized
that makes a lot more sense.
Mostly been this my whole life. Me more so coming into like who I am now. I'm much more comfortable sleeping with guys. I think back, I still have this fear, but definitely back in the day, being pregnant or just like having a kid scared the absolute fuck out of me.
Because you haven't had any surgeries or anything like that.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Okay.
So like that kind of shit was like a no bueno. My sister's already got 2 kids. I've seen those kids. I'm like, I don't want that in my life. I got a dog. That's fine.
I got a dog.
This is my child. So I was really scared about that. But with what I've learned from some friends is that testosterone actually will lessen the odds of becoming pregnant. It doesn't stop it.
I mean, it's why I can't get pregnant.
It won't stop it, but it does somewhat help in, safety, condoms, stuff like that. Those will help too. So, yeah. And I think my mind's kind of been more so on that teeter-totter of like, well, this is what I like in women and this is what I like in men. And it kind of just goes back and forth on if I like that person for who they are, then I do. So,
Fair.
And I gotta actually like somebody. Like, I actually like have to enjoy their personality and like them for me to actually have sex with them. I'm sorry.
The complete opposite.
You're just like, let's go.
Literally, someone could drag me off the street and be like, "You're fucking me tonight." I'd be like, "Cool, I have condoms."
Yeah, no, I'm a romantic type of person.
Ugh, that sounds like such a sad life. But
really,
I'm proud of you for living it.
Thank you. It kind of sometimes is. I was single for what, 5 years? You know how hard it was?
Almost the entire time that I knew you?
Uh-huh.
Up until just recently?
Yeah, you know how hard that fucking was? Hard. It was fucking hard because I wanted a connection with people. Nobody wants to do that nowadays.
Look, my connection is coitus. You're connected at that point. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Well, because, like, it's not that I don't want a connection. It's just that I'm a sleep now, get to know you after type of person. Most of the time. I'm not against dating, but I'm definitely not fucking monogamous. I am very much a polyamorous person. Not interested in being with one person for the rest of my life.
It's scary.
As of right now, I can't imagine meeting somebody that would change that.
Yeah.
But like, there's always a possibility.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, I want to know if like the sexual chemistry is going to match up before I really put effort into getting to know someone. Plus, like, I prefer like a friends with benefits situation. I would rather have like my dream, like my ideal situation is like romantic friends with benefits. So basically a relationship without like the term, because you know in today's day and age you can put whatever label you want on things.
Right.
It's your thing.
Right.
I don't want to have to feel like I have to be this person's every solution or like the solve to all of their problems. And plus I would like to have multiple partners in which I fit. Like I want to be able to like snuggle up to a movie, rail the shit out of each other, and then go pick up people at a bar.
There you go.
Or something, you know, just like things like that.
Right.
I want to be really close with somebody, but also be able to be really close with other people.
Right. I feel like that goes off of having different aspects of like yourself. So certain people would fit certain different aspects. That's what I feel.
Because I have not so much a bunch of personalities, but a bunch of personalities, you know? Because like I can fit in with just about every group of people I could run into. Like I don't have a problem acclimating to other people's society and like norms and whatnot. Right. It's just I'm better at doing it around the people I've been around for a while. So like at C4, it is not hard for me to. I mean, as you know, everybody thinks I'm fucking gay.
Yeah, that's true.
And like, that's fine.
You know how many people come up and ask me? I'm just like, I don't know. Eventually, maybe.
But it's just like, I don't know. Like I could go from C4 being the queerest straight boy you've ever met to the next morning being at a rodeo and them having no idea other than the colored hair that I'm any kind of queer.
Right.
So it's just one of those things where like I would like to be able to have multiple different people to fit different aspects of my life, which is fitting other aspects of other people's lives.
Right.
Which is a rough way to put that.
Right.
But speaking of C4, so you're a drag king.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about that just a little bit?
Well, I've been doing it for 3 years. Feels like I've been doing it for longer. That first year was a fucking doozy, man.
I'm aware. I was there for it.
I look back at it sometimes and I was like...
that was also pre any kind of scruff or scrubble.
Or anything. Just anything. And I had...
still like heavy binding.
I had so much energy. Yeah. I don't got none now.
I
don't know if you were there for the last show, but like I was dying. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, you were. I was like, I'd go up to Liam going, I'm fucking dying. And I'd like run away.
Yeah, I was right there for that. Yeah, I only go to drag shows at C4 on Sundays if I have a person I actually like at them, because I don't, first of all, I don't really care.
You're barely there, so you don't like anybody, do you?
No, I'm there every Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, but you only go on Sundays. whenever it's somebody you like.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Which, I mean, I just said you don't like anybody.
Okay, no. I like a lot of people. There's just more people that don't like me. And I don't like them because they are long stories.
Right.
But we, I don't go on, like, Sunday drag is always, it feels more like it's just an opportunity for people to work out their drag muscles than it is a real show, if that makes sense.
I could see that, yeah.
Because, like, I'm also used to the once a month Friday show where it was the big deal and there were gigantic crowds and that's where people put all of their, like, hard effort into it.
Right, when we did the
Next Top
competitions.
Diva or whatever.
Yeah.
Next Top Performer. And so I'm used to those drag shows or, like, RuPaul Drag Night.
Right.
Drag
Lex's party was popping. Were you there for that?
I didn't know it was Lex's birthday, so that was weird.
Yeah.
To show up to. But we, so, like, Sundays are just weird for me to go, but I'll go if it's, like, you or if Maddie or Lisa performs. Other than that, like, there's not really a whole lot of... I also don't like most of the other drag queens in our area because they're very fake.
I mean, fair.
And I get it's a different persona from who they are outside of that.
Right.
But they're just as fake to me in their everyday persona as they are in drag.
You said it, not me.
That's fine. I will say it because there's like two houses. What's Ella's house?
Ella is no longer in a house.
Oh, she is?
No.
Who's she?
Ella was a part of the DeMarcos.
The DeMarcos, yeah.
It was Arlie, but I guess some shit went down and
that whole group, I don't know them well enough. They're fine with me.
They're pretty
don't
cool.
care. But there's some other houses. Don't care.
What about the cakes?
I don't know who most of the cakes are, but I love Patty.
Okay.
I love Patty with a passion.
I'm about to fucking fight you for her.
I always forget how short she is.
She's very short.
But she's a drag queen who's born a woman, right?
Yeah, she's a diva.
She's a diva.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, but like, yeah, I love her. I don't like Senna, but that's not like. I like her as a person. Her drag is rough. If Sin is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, probably. Maybe.
But outside of that, like, I don't really know a whole lot of the other ones.
What about Nikki? Like, jumping off boxes and shit.
Her name is Nikki Savage, so I don't ever, like, attribute her to being a cake.
Oh, yeah, she's not a cake.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Fuck
it's
you.
Cousins to the cakes. My bad. Yeah, and then we got, what about Evan and, what about that new one that just came out? Patrick?
Evan the Ginger?
Yeah.
I've never seen him do drag.
He did it during the competition last year.
Never seen it.
Oh.
And plus he's a tall, lanky ginger, and I just can't imagine it's great.
He tries. He definitely tries. He tries. His makeup's gotten better and his concepts are good.
Okay.
He's mostly a pass.
See, my thing is I'm not going to talk on, like, recent ones, but, like, your drag, like, a year ago, fucking phenomenal, fantastic, big fan.
Appreciate it.
No one beats Maddie's outrageous costumes and extravagant performances, and I know this because I was a part of several of her performances helping her.
She gets the money for that shit.
Me neither. And then you don't beat Taylor because Taylor's the man-ho and basically runs Northwest Arkansas Drag.
Right.
And, like, also, I don't know if you really count the Sisterhood of Hillbilly Harlots as a drag family, but I do. They don't really, they're not performance queens, but they're community queens.
Yeah, they're charity event queens.
I love them. They're great.
Sure. I love them.
But I'm just going to say it. I don't like the Diors.
Hey, that's okay.
Don't like any of them.
That's all right. You can say that. I will keep my mouth shut on that topic because I don't want them to hear anything that I'm going to say.
But I don't know. So to get back into you and drag,
okay.
How does instead of gossiping,
yeah.
How does like did drag really play any kind of part into you transitioning or anything like that?
I think it opened that window for sure. I think it opened that window and made me realize like there was this other persona of me that I put a name to, and it was his own person. He still is his own person. He's just not really that much around anymore. But it did definitely start up
it got hard to bring him around when you didn't have to draw on the beard all the time.
That's true, it did. It really did. I put my face up now and I'm just like, is this right? This looks, I look like me still. Wow. Crazy. But I think it helped, but I don't think it was the reason why it started, for sure. I think it gave me an idea of what I could look like, and then it became reality.
Fair.
The makeup that I put on my face was about right when the facial hair started coming in.
Yeah.
So.
Because, I don't know, it seems like it would be a really, and it, yeah, so it seems like drag would be a solid, like, pathway for someone transitioning to more so explore their ideas on transitioning and to like come out without it being, hey, I'm not who I was. Whereas with drag, you can be, hey, this is a different persona of me that I'm putting on.
Right.
Let me try this out. And if so, I'm going to just combine it with the actual me and become them.
Right.
Or like, a mixture of them. Because like, I've seen it a lot with, male to female transitioning people. A lot of drag queens end up, or not, I can't say end up, but like a lot of the ones in the area, I feel like have transitioned like fully to identifying as female.
Well, we've got a few for sure.
Because like Nikki transitioned, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nikki's always been Nikki in my mind, so I never even realized. I just always assumed that we were,
Yeah, same in mind. But like, I remember a post like a year or two ago, fully like explaining it or something like that, and I was just like, oh, okay.
Nothing's really changed with that. But,
yeah.
Or with Arlie finally coming out, I'm so proud of her. I am so proud.
Which one's Arlie?
Arlie, not DeMarco. Friends with Ella.
Okay.
They hang out a lot.
Oh, yeah, she was there I think she was there last night.
Yeah.
We were talking about her getting a boob job and what the correct size to get was, and everyone was like, C cup.
Yeah, C cup, for sure.
Because, like, I don't care who the fuck you are, unless you are just a larger, not in a fat sense, but just a bigger person, a bigger woman in general, or bigger person with boobs in general, a C cup is going to do everything you need.
Oh, yeah.
It is a full handful for someone else if you're getting with them. It's not so big that it's generally encumbersome and hurts. You can strap them up in a sports bra.
Yep.
These are all not facts that I can attest to, but facts that I've observed.
I mean, we can
years.
Go get Maddie's breastplate for you, so you can figure it out.
But I don't know. A C cup is just solid. Like A's are great. It depends on the A cup. B's, you can't go wrong with the B, but a C cup, like, they're just generally perfect. And then D cup, it starts to get into the question area of like, is this too much? Am I gonna hurt myself?
Right.
But also we were talking with her because she didn't know if she wanted to get a boob job or a butt job, and everyone was like, get a boob job first, because then you can fill your butt around the boobs.
That's true.
Make it fit. Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, it's interesting. Because I wouldn't say I've done drag, but I've done performances twice. Because I don't count it as drag because I wasn't trying to be a queen or anything like that. I was going more for a straight up androgynous.
You were entertainment.
Yeah. Entertainment is what I'm good at.
You were to just like the least. You were an entertainment.
Well, because like a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's drag because you put makeup on." I'm like, no, I just put makeup on and took my clothes off. I was still very much a dude, just being very androgynous and effeminate.
Right.
Because this was also like 3 years ago, like somewhat before people were like, dudes can wear makeup, that's cool.
Right.
I feel like 3 years ago, people were like, I guess dudes can wear makeup sometimes.
But if dudes wear makeup, it's gay. Then technically.
Yeah. Which feels weird saying 3 years ago, but like,
It was kind of a hot second.
Yeah. But we, I don't know, I miss them. I would like to do them again. It was just like, I don't know how to do my own makeup well. That's a lie. I am a full theater college graduate. I know how to do my own makeup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good at it because 1, I don't have years of practice. 2, I can't see half of my face whenever I'm doing it, so I can't do that because I'm blind in one eye.
Yeah.
3, I'm very unsteady with my hands, so I cannot do eyeliner.
Oh, yeah. I
Rough.
don't know. Yeah.
So it's finding people that can do my makeup well. But now that I have the really long hair, I feel like I could do a lot more fun shit.
Oh yeah, you probably could.
Yeah, because like back then I had like a up swoop, undercut, like haircut that was very much like business formal type.
Yeah.
And it worked for the androgynous. I looked like a straight up male lesbian. I don't know how else to put it.
A butch lesbian.
But I wouldn't say butch. I was definitely
masculine lesbian.
Yeah.
Maskless.
Yeah. But like for those shows, because it was whenever they were having like the audition quote unquote things,
mm-hmm.
or like just one performance. I don't remember exactly. It's been a minute, but I did a strip show and it went really well. I made like $100 that night from tips, and I'm still pissed about it because I fucking lost.
It's because you weren't gonna get in the show.
No, because it was based off of the crowd, and everybody came for me. I had a shit ton of people there cheering for me, but my performance was like in the middle of like 6 to 10 performances, because I don't remember exactly how many people were there. And by the time that we got to the announcement and they had like the people do the roll, like the woo thing,
your people were gone.
Everybody fucking left. It was so quiet compared to whenever I performed, and I was just like, oh, that's fucking horseshit. You guys, why didn't you stay for the whole show? And I'm just like,
people get tired.
I get it, but it's like, I lost out on $75.
They went upstairs and waited for the show to end so they could dance.
No, they just straight up left because they weren't there. But I mean, I can't complain in total. Like, I did good. I had fun. But I don't know. It's not something I'm gonna do a whole lot. But like, I've started wearing skirts and dresses recently, and I enjoy that. But
you look good.
Yeah, I am hot in a dress.
You're looking good.
I'm waiting for it to get warm enough for me to wear my fucking maid outfit to goddamn Dixon Street.
Pretty soon.
I know. I've been waiting.
We're getting there.
I know. I'm so glad.
We're getting there.
The only other part is like I still live with my mom, and it's not. She's cool with like the lifestyle. She knows that I'm not 100% straight.
Yeah.
And that I'm a weird little man. But something about just walking out of my room in a maid's outfit to go to Dixon Street in fishnet stockings feels a little uncomfortable with my mom just sitting on the couch.
Oh.
It's a small apartment. I can't just sneak out. It feels... I'm a almost 23-year-old man. Still feels a little weird, and I don't want to do it. So, like, I'll put on a skirt and then put on these pants, like my Adidas pants, my joggers, or like some sweatpants, and then take them off in the car.
Or like covering yourself.
And like, that's fine and easy. And then by the time I get home, she's asleep because she goes to sleep at like 10 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah.
But like, the maid outfit's going to be difficult because then I'm going to have to like either go change in Jamie's office or the bathroom or something, which means I'd have to bring a backpack with all the shit. And then it's just awkward. Or like, I have to wear it under something somehow, or I have to change in the car, and that's just a lot.
Yeah, that does sound like a lot.
But I'll do it at some point, just because I feel like, I don't know, at C4, I feel like girls are going to find a dude in a dress pretty hot.
We'll see.
That's what I'm hoping.
We'll see.
I get that they're going to think I'm even more gay, or something like that. But hey, if you open up a conversation with me, you'll find out very quickly.
That's true. That is true.
But I thought that was a cat. I was like, where the fuck did it come from?
No, that was my foot. Sorry.
You're good. But the other hard part is I am a 6 foot tall. I can't even say average shaped man, because an average shaped man has more to them than me. I'm very much a twink. If you were going to go off of gay terms, I am very much a twink or an otter.
Yep. I don't know, not an otter. I would not.
I'm not bear level, like, but like I'm hairy. on my chest and my ass.
Yeah, you're right. You're an otter.
Yeah.
You're right.
Remembering back.
Weasel?
I don't want to be called a weasel.
You want to be a ferret?
Girls like ferrets.
Girls like ferrets. They're kind of stinky.
But, it's hard to find fucking women's clothes for me. Because not only am I 6 foot, I have a 6'2" wingspan. If I get women's cut clothing, it's always like significant, like 2 or 3 inches above my wrist to where it looks normal. So like if I stand up and stuff, like it looks like I'm missing fabric, and it's very obvious that it wasn't made for me.
Right.
Which isn't a problem. It's just something you deal with. But in terms of like pants or skirts not so much, because most of them are, open on the bottom and it's free balling and easy.
Right.
But like in terms of like finding women's pants or like something like that, it's hard to wear them because they're not cut for dudes.
Right.
I don't care who you think you are. Women's pants have a different crotch cut than men's pants because we have something hanging there to go around.
Yeah. There's no pant room.
Also, finding a dress is kind of hard, but I think that's just because it's shopping for women's clothing, which is already hard because they don't have sizes that make sense.
No.
Because I'm pretty sure I'm a size 10 in a dress, but anytime I try it on, it doesn't fit, and I'm like, fuck you.
It also just depends on where you're buying the dress.
Exactly.
Ross is probably the best place for your size.
The other thing is like a lot of the shit that I want to wear is more Japanese oriented or like kawaii girl like esque. So like I buy them online, and then I'm having to like do a bunch of math to figure out my measurements because I have to go from men's size to women's size, from women's size in US to Japan size, and figure out if that works because I also have to ignore the bust because I don't have one,
right?
And then hope the waist works or something like that, and then I have no hips, so like that's also hard to figure out. So like if I buy like a skirt, like I bought a couple of skirts from a website and they came in and I bought the largest size possible. They're made for tiny Japanese women. Okay? I had to go get this custom tailored to allow an extra like inch of fucking ability for me to even zip it up. And then the other skirt I have like is an overall skirt thingy that's really cute. But like the overall part I can't wear because it brings it like up to like my rib cage, and like anything I do like exposes my fucking crotch.
So there's no point.
So like I have to wear it as like a regular skirt, but I'm getting it tailored. Like I literally like the overall things are like a button thing, and so I'm just gonna have my friend add some elastic to the back, or add some more just fabric and add a couple extra buttonholes so that I can just adjust it to my size. Because it only needs like an extra inch for it to fit, room, and then I'll be cute again. Okay. But outside of that, like you throw on some athletic joggers and a crop top, and it's already pretty effeminate and hot for like dudes wear. Right. Which also, I firmly believe we need to bring back the men's crop top. Yeah, I believe so. Men's crop top shouldn't have been just a 90s fad. It should have lasted through the ages. It really should have. All dudes look good in a crop top. All women look good in a crop top.
The super straights won't be able to handle that though.
That's fine. They'll figure it out or they'll join.
The SS.
Oh no, the super straights are feeling bad.
Oh, poor super straights.
God damn it. We should really learn to...
Poor super straights.
We should really learn to, like, accept them for who they are.
God damn. I know, right?
It's just like...
They need their own flag. They...
Like, literally an entire human civilization worth of history, and it's just so hard for them to live. Like, they're just so attacked.
Oh, poor super straights.
Oh, God.
Poor super straights.
But... I don't know, so you're in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
Now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So...
Somehow.
Somehow. How long have you been dating?
Almost a year.
Ooh, wow. Somehow for a while.
Somehow for a while. Yes.
Y'all are a very cute couple. Oh, big fan. But like, so are y'all... Is she also polyamorous? Not polyamorous.
Pansexual.
Pansexual. One of the keywords that we have a shit ton of in the queer community.
I don't really know about that. I think she identifies as a straight person. I know she's not into girls, but I know she is open-minded if it's more of the masculine persuasion.
Yeah.
So she's completely fine with my body and everything, and that doesn't make no sense to me. But
because like I know a lot of straight girls that are in like the same boat. They're straight in the opposite sense that I'm straight. They don't care about genitalia. They care about gender identity and like how you project yourself.
Yes. Yeah, so I think that's what she's at with that, and things go pretty well. I'm a switch when it comes to that kind of stuff, and so she's a switch, so a lot of roles get to be
so you just peg each other all the time.
Reversed. She hasn't done that to me yet. I haven't trusted her with that just yet.
You don't trust her with it?
I haven't trusted her with that just yet. But yeah, things happen, and she learns things from me, and I learn things from her, and we're learning from each other, you know. So
the relationship hasn't gotten stale after a year. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, with all the injuries and stuff, you know.
What injuries?
I don't know. Just normal injuries. Like, yesterday she, like, stabbed her back on the truck at work. Yeah, not even joking.
Do y'all work together?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. I couldn't remember. What does she do?
She works at Potter's House. She's a manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She fell off the truck and just like her back just went poop right into that.
Why was she on the truck?
Loading stuff into it.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it like when you? Just because, like, I'm trying to get this has nothing to do with sex or the podcast at all, but my brain is just like, what kind of, like, is it just like a normal-ass pickup truck, a box truck, or like a semi-truck?
It's like a moving truck.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a moving truck, and then they have these, like, giant-ass crates that are about the size of her, and she's got to, like, manhandle them, and she's 5'2".
Is she doing them by herself?
Sometimes.
Why?
Because...
This has nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman. This has everything to do with the fact that she's 5'2".
Hey... Potter's House said you could do it, so
I just like
yeah, she's too tiny for this show. But like she
give her a dolly.
She manhandles everything.
Oh my god,
she's doing great. But yeah, wait, no, she did peg me once. Actually, now that I had to think about it, she did peg me once, and like,
how was it?
Oh, it was interesting for sure. She pushed it in way too fast, and it hurt. And then
now, when we talk about pegging, are we talking about vaginal or anal penetration?
Anal.
Okay.
Yeah, vaginal is a different story for me.
Yeah,
but
anal pegging is. As someone who also knows, don't go fast.
Don't go fast.
Not until you're in it.
Yeah, she went a little fast, and then she's like, I was like, all right, get it out, because I was kind of freaked out for a second. She's like, all right, I'll just rip it like a lawnmower, and I was like, no,
that's the surprise at the end of the night that you don't tell them about.
Like, don't do that. Just leave it in.
No, that's what the anal beads are for. You put them in there so you can rip it out like a lawnmower, and
the pain went away. So we bypassed.
Well, because like. I finally got pegged recently.
How was that?
Not awful, but not great. Could have been better in terms of just like doing
Was it object pegged or just like actual guy?
You know I'm not gonna sleep with someone with a penis.
I don't know.
I have talked to you about this several times.
I know, but I don't know. I never know.
I am fully comfortable in my sexuality and know what I'm here for. I'm not sleeping with a dude.
Okay.
Or not sleeping with someone who has a penis.
You wouldn't fuck somebody that had a penis, would you?
I wouldn't let them fuck me and I wouldn't fuck them.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. I'm on the same level.
There's gonna be an asterisk.
So what if a trans guy wanted to fuck you?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm gonna say there's an asterisk because when I do acid, I don't fucking know. Sometimes I get I'm just like, man, I want to know, let's try it. If I'm on drugs or if I'm in an orgy situation, I would be open to it.
Okay.
But that's a big asterisk because I have not had to deal with that yet.
Gotcha.
But, like when it comes to pegging, so one, the toy that she used was just fucking massive, bigger than it needed to be. It was also really weird. It was a normal sized dick for like 6 inches, and it just fucking beefed up to like twice the girth after that for like a full 12-inch like thing. Like we didn't put all of it in me. There was no way in hell. But I took the like 6 to 8 inches of the first like normal sized dick part, like pretty solidly, and it didn't hurt. I'm used to butt plugs, so I'm not used to like the movement part. I like butt plugs a lot more. It's the moving part that I have to get used to, and I'm working on it. Just because like it's a lot.
Well, you got to really lube it up for sure.
Well, yeah, I lube it up, but also it's a lot more to it than you think there's going to be. Like you hold it in your hands versus what it feels like in your asshole is a whole different world. But also my favorite part about it was just the fact that like it's funny to have a girl doing all of the thrusting motion because they've never had to do it, so it's very awkward, and they don't have the muscle like memory to do it. If that makes sense. Because like, as a dude, I can fucking thrust all goddamn day long. Right. It's just natural, and my body knows how to move that way. Right. But whenever I had to get on top and ride, I did a pretty decent job because I'm a queer dude who knows how to twerk. Right. But like, it was still awkward and like whatnot. But she got winded really quickly from having to do the thrusting. And I'm like, you're not even going hard or fast or whatnot. Like I like make noise and break beds whenever I do this shit. So it's like it's just funny to me how like different the muscle groups are for doing the two things.
Yeah, because she has to work something out that she's never worked out before.
Yeah. Also, I definitely prefer it in missionary. Because I didn't have to do a whole lot. Whereas like in doggy, like I have to, you have to keep your ass up in the air. And then I also like it made me want to move, which also felt like a little weird. But then also like, and I finally understand it, and I feel bad for girls because like it is hard to hold yourself up in doggy, like with your hands up. So I totally get it when girls just like lay down into the pillow or like into the side of the bed. I always thought it was just like not so much a pain thing, but just like a overload of sensory situation. But no, it's just fucking a lot of work to hold your arms up that long.
No, it gets tired.
Yeah,
it gets very tiresome.
And so I totally understand that. But we like lube wise, it wasn't like it went in fine. I have good lube. I have good quality shit. It works fine.
That's good.
Plus, with the asshole, you can use any type of lube and not really worry about it. True. Because you don't have to worry about getting a UTI or a yeast infection. You just poop it out later. But I don't know. It just wasn't the right person. Finding the right person is going to be difficult to peg me. I have my own toy that I want to be used on me that I've practiced with that I think would be a lot of fun. It's hard to find girls that want to peg a dude.
Yeah, I mean...
You'd think they aren't because it's the big thing right now, but no.
Right. Find someone who's a very big feminist, and that's probably the girl that's going to want to peg you.
The other thing is like... So like
Fandom.
Femdom.
Femdom.
Yeah. Female domination. But like, because the thing with it is like I put it in my Bumble bio, like it's like also yes you can peg me, like that's literally just in there. And I've had a couple of girls match with me like, oh sweet, I want to peg you, and they're lesbians, and I'm like,
that's not fair.
I can't like no ma'am.
That's
weird. I can't also like I don't want to, because like the thing for me is getting pegged is not necessarily sexually pleasing. Like I can't imagine a scenario where I'm coming from this. I don't understand how gay dudes come from butt stuff.
What if, like, you're getting pegged and you're jacked off?
That's a different story because they're stimulating my penis.
But that's when you would...
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. But I'm like, what I'm saying is, like, I don't understand, like, how gay dudes find just butt stuff enjoyable. Because, like, I get that we have the prostate in there. And also for, like, people born with a vagina, the... Wow, I feel like a normal straight dude. I forgot the word. What?
What's it? Wow.
The little button.
The
clitoris.
The little button.
The clitoris. Like it wraps around the entire shaft of the vagina, so that's why sometimes anal can be pleasing to people with a vagina. Right. But like in my situation, it's not necessarily like sexually pleasing. Like it's like it feels cool and interesting, but I'm not like getting sexually stimulated in a sense to where I feel like I'd come. So like I'm doing it more so for their pleasure and their enjoyment than I am for mine. So like if I can't sleep with if I can't also top the person that's pegging me, I don't really want to do it.
I feel that.
It's just like a waste of my time.
Right.
I
Feel that.
I don't know if that's how it is for you at all. Seeing as you're, in a decently long relationship.
Decently long. Well, I mean,
in any relationship I've ever been in.
Sometimes let me think about what happens here. I think it's more so me doing things for her because I'm much more so a giver. Her thing is a lot more of like oral stuff done to me. I don't associate with what I've got down there. Not because it's a sport thing. Yeah, so you don't. Do you not really use it in terms of like sex? Not entirely. Sometimes there's not a whole lot of scissoring or like. Excuse me. No. What? Everyone knows that shit never works. That's not true. You're just people don't do it correctly. I guess that shit never works for me. People don't do it correctly. It's not about, from what I understand, because I've never had the situation, I'll never experience it. It's not men, like, I could do it with a girl in a different term, it's a different form, but the same motions. But, like, it's more so about grinding on it's like humping a pillow, but using a leg instead of the vagina. Like, you're not, like, smushing vaginas together. You're more so using the leg to, like, rub each other to stimulate. Got you. That makes sense. That does make sense. Because I know some girls in lesbian relationships that, like, scissor a shit ton, and they actually enjoy it. So, like, false premonition. It's just most people don't do it correctly, like giving head. Right. Well, I think in our situations, it's like because we don't have a whole lot, or like there's things where I'm like, oh, I have to go get set for certain actions to happen. We do a lot of role playing, a lot of sub and dominance, and those will switch depending on how we feel. Sometimes there's some people sexualize little space. A lot of times it's not sexualized, but in our case, sometimes it can be. So it gives a sense of like domination. But yeah. So do toys get used? Toys definitely. Frequently? Yeah. Okay. Toys definitely do. We do a lot of stimulation with those. Lots of vibrators, butt plugs. I got different types of dicks. Have y'all ever tried like the Lush? From Lovin's, like the toys where you put them in and then you control them with an app situation. No, I need so much fun. I need to get one of those. No, so they make a butt plug form and they make the vaginal form, the Lush. They make their whole Lovin's whole thing. I love their company. It's so great. Their whole they have a bunch of fucking products. But I did it once with one person. And we went out to JJ's and ate. And like anytime a server would come on, I would just and say, hold on. I would like the XT, thank you. So it's really fun. Like I'm a big public play person. Okay, exhibitionism and voyeurism type thing. So it's really fun for me to control people in public. Or just if I had somebody that I could finally have a romantic friend benefits with, I would love to just have a night where we were playing video games or watching movies and just fucking. You're in the middle of a game, playing Call of Duty or something. All of a sudden, just you made me fucking die, you asshole. I think that'd be hilarious. Yeah. Because, I got the butt plug. I got two of them because I ordered the large one on accident because I didn't realize how big it was. Let me tell you, that thing ripped my fucking asshole. Yeah. Not even a joke. I legitimately was bleeding from my asshole because of this motherfucker. Well, I'm really glad you're okay. But I got the smaller one, and I can get it in, I have to work up to it with a different butt plug. But, I get it in there, and, I'll turn it on to full volume, and it feels cool, but it's not, sexy. It's not, sexual to me. It's really weird. This is a nice feeling. It's just, it feels like I'm getting the inside of my asshole massaged. It's not like I'm getting turned on or anything. I definitely get a boner, but that's just because it's stimulating my prostate, and that's just going to happen no matter what. Right. But in terms of it, it's weird. Right. But yeah, that's something that they are expensive in terms of sex toys. They're $130, but a lot of times they're on sale, or if you buy the older versions, they're $90. Which for a vibrator with water sealed, all of that, pure silicone, and a app that you can control it by. Good price. I think
Good price.
I'll have to look at that.
But I don't know. I want to open it up one more time. Are there any last things you're interested in knowing or asking or talking about? I'm an open book, buddy.
Let me see. What's your thoughts about puppy play?
So I'm not cool with people fucking animals. No.
Okay. All right, that was the answer to my question.
And see you guys later.
Bye.
No. So, like, are you talking about, like
puppy play? Have you seen puppy play?
The only puppy play I'm ever familiar
play.
with is those dudes during Pride Week who come out with the puppy masks.
Okay, yeah, that is like that. Those are people showing signs of they probably do puppy play, or they just like the look of puppy play. I technically like the look of puppy play. Like, I think those masks look comfy to wear. I like the get up; looks pretty cool. Now, the actual form of puppy play is pretty different. I've seen videos of it. I don't know how I feel. But basically, like, the person, it's a sub-dom situation. The person as the puppy will act like a puppy, and they have a handler. So, like, they'll play fetch, they'll eat out of a bowl, they'll do all these things. They'll have a butt plug that looks like a tail, and then it'll wag around in their ass.
See, I want to get a butt plug with a tail so badly, just so I can wear it with my maid outfit.
What kind of tail? Like a fluffy tail with colors? Or
something long enough that you can see out of my maid outfit.
There you go. I'm sure you could find one.
Yeah, I just need to put the money into it. I don't know. It's definitely not something I've ever looked into or really been interested in. But, like, in my mind, that's a lot of that stuff more so goes into, like, DDLG terminology for me, like daddy dom little girl, like, yeah, like, I get it's more of like an animal handler situation, but, like, to me that's just like a lot of those situations I would see myself being in would be like someone wanting, not necessarily being demeaned, although I could definitely do that, like, oh, you're a little, like, piggy bitch or something like that.
You're a little piggy bitch.
I don't fucking know. I was like, eat out of this bowl, you little whore, or something like that, you know? But I don't know, a lot of it, like, I definitely like wearing a collar. I think it's hot whenever a girl wears a collar, and, like, I've been led around a leash on Dixon Street before by several people. It's funny and fun to me. Right. It's not really sexual. It's just, like, interesting and fun to do. That's how I am with a lot of, like non, like, straight up kinks, like, I'm trying to think of an example, like, BDSM and domination in general, not really sexual to me. It's more of a lifestyle kink that's just, like, I do it, okay?
You just do it.
Whatever. But I think it would be really hot to just wear collars and lead your friends around on chains or someone you're with on, like, a dog collar and, like, dog leash type thing. But I can't say I would ever really make them, like, eat out of a bowl or something. It's one of those situations where if we're going to be doing it in a sexual term, I'm like, come get this dick. It's like you hold them with the leash and you just pull them closer and then you, like, just put them on it kind of thing.
I think when it comes to that kind of stuff, it really just depends on, like, what the handler, I've heard, like, wants you to do, or, like, whatever the puppy's into and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, I'm all for it when it comes to, like, wearing the butt plug tails and, like, wearing, like, the fake ears. It's when people start, like, legitimately furifying themselves that I'm starting to be like, okay, I'm out. Like, all respect to, like, furries and whatnot, just not about it. Don't like it.
Not your thing.
Like,
the fursuit goes a little bit too far.
Exactly. That's my thing.
Does go a little bit too far.
Now, I will say I would much rather be around someone with a fursuit than someone with just the paws, the feet, and the ears, because, like, it's like they're not committing, but they're committing too hard, in a sense, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel that.
And anybody that's just going to straight up howl, I'm leaving. Like, if you're just going to I don't remember the term, but, like, unawkwardly, just, like, this is what I do. How?
The person that
I'm fucking leaving. Yes, I'm fucking leaving. Like, all for it. I'm proud of you for being who you are. I don't want any part of it. Like I was like, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Yeah. Oof. No, I was thinking about this girl on TikTok. She's called the Howler Girl, and like she's just this awkward girl, just super awkward. She's
in all forms, but physical. I identify as a wolf.
She's like, of course I can howl, and she's like, arr, and I'm just like, oh no.
Now, like, I don't have any friends who are like fairies or whatnot that I know of. But like, if they're long-term friends, I'm not gonna stop being friends with them. Mm-hmm. But I'm definitely gonna start making fun of them for it.
If you ever,
not in like a bullying way, but just like, you know.
If you ever look up puppy play, there's this one video that I saw of a dude using an actual dog toy as like a thing to like stick up his butt.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no. I was like, I don't want to ever see that toy ever again in my life.
I know people that are sexually attracted to fucking cars.
You know, fair.
As long as you're not hurting someone or something with a conscience, I don't fucking care.
Oh, how do you
don't necessarily bring it around me.
How do you feel about knife play?
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
I'm all for it if you're into it. Just nowhere near me. Well, okay, like, that's a lie.
Can you do it to them, or they can't do it to you?
I can't do. If someone pulls a knife on me in any fucking situation, I'm beating their fucking ass.
I mean, fair.
That's just how I was raised, and I've been in several situations where knives and guns have been pulled on me, and I've had to deal with that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. My brain, one, because I have Asperger's. Two, I've just been in those situations. I don't fucking know if it's a joke. I don't know if it's a fucking toy. I don't know if it's in a sexual situation. Like, my brain automatically assumes that something drastically bad has happened and they hate me now, so they're trying to kill me.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, I will do everything within my power to stay alive.
Right.
But in terms of them, I've thought about it. I could hold a knife. I love trains in the background. I hope this doesn't show up, but it probably will. Whatever. You guys, it's no big deal. We're in Fayetteville. You deal with it. But I can't do anything with drawing blood. Uh-huh. Couldn't do needle play. That I would cry.
There's needle play?
Yes. There's blood play. People legitimately have blood play.
I don't do. No, I
can't do it.
I dated a girl that was into that.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
I can't do anything that has to deal with drawing blood or open wounds or anything like that. You know. Mm-hmm. That's just, I have a medical like fear, and I fucking can't. I'm all like ugh. But in terms of like threatening someone with a knife, mm-hmm. as long as it is a knife that I have had time to familiarize myself with mm-hmm. and get comfortable around, I'm okay with it. It's the same way with guns. I don't have a problem with the gun. I don't own one just because I don't have the money to get one.
Right.
And I don't have any reason to buy one because I don't really need to defend myself because I'm weird enough that people aren't going to find a naked dude in public.
Nobody wants to fight a naked dude.
Yeah. But like, I have no problem being around a gun as long as I know the person, as long as I trust the person handling it. Because like, if I have the gun in my hand, I have already checked the magazine to make sure that it's unloaded and that the chamber's not prepped. Mm-hmm. And it's also going to be on safety, unless I'm like at a shooting range, but I don't go to those. But like, in terms of like a knife, if it's something that I know of, I can do it. I'm not going to turn it on the dangerous side because I have Tourette's. Mm-hmm. I fuck up, that bitch is dead.
That's true.
If I have a Tourette's attack, and I have Tourette's attacks where it's fucking like, yeah, like my arms like spasm and whatnot.
Right.
That's dangerous. But I can like, I would totally be okay with like dragging like the tip across their skin like lightly, or like pressing the back of the knife up against them or something like that.
But nothing to break.
And like a threatening, yeah. There's no, if I drew blood in any situation, we'd have to stop immediately. Can't do it. One, that's just a hazard to me. Two, I would throw up. Says the dude who had a Vampire King back in middle school. But
a Vampire King.
Oh, dude, I fucking just goth girls in general. Redheads are my weakness, but goth girls, second one. If they wore the fake fangs, like unironically, ugh.
That was your thing.
Oh, dude.
That's what got Lil Taffy going back in those days.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I think this is a solid spot to end the podcast.
All right.
This was a fun one. I got to talk about some topics I don't normally get to talk about with people because I've had just a lot of cis, relatively straight-leaning people on my podcast.
Well, thanks for talking to me.
This has been Malachi. Is there anything you want to plug? Do you want to, like, your drag persona, your Instagram, or anything like that? I don't know. Just anything you're interested in letting people check you out on?
Go follow O'Shea on Facebook. Just O'Shea Reed. Apostrophe SHEA.
It's Irish. So
R-E-E-D.
how you think Irish? Yeah.
So you'll find him there. Watch out for shows. Come
he hasn't
support.
left.
I haven't left. But yeah, come support and yeah.
Drag every Sunday at C4.
Showtime like around 10:30.
It says 9, but it's a drag show. They're not going to start on time.
Yeah.
COVID protocols in place currently until we can safely not do that anymore.
Performers wear shields. People have to wear masks unless they're drinking something.
But even then, like, put your mask on if you like finished your if you're not currently drinking at the second, like pull it down to take a drink and put it back up.
Right.
Come out. We need more people on Sundays because it's generally a pretty small crowd.
Yeah. You need your home.
Support your local queens. Support your local bars.
Support yourself.
Yeah. If you got that third leg, use it. And that is where we end the episode. Thank you, guys.